There's been a lot of hoopla about aliens recently, from congressional hearings to full disclosure to official government-made UFO websites. But today, we're talking about yet another congressional hearing, but it wasn't in the US. It was in Mexico, and it happened yesterday, where some UFOologist walked in there to testify in front of this congressional hearing, and he had some evidence that he brought with him. He came prepared. But it wasn't evidence in the form of some pictures in a briefcase or a slideshow of some alien pictures. No, this dude came in with the best proof of all. He brought two alien corpses with him that are apparently 1,000 years old and presented them in front of everybody. And it's absolutely absurd. It's even crazier than how I just described it. You just gotta watch.
Dos seres que fueron recuperados.
So these are the two boxes right here, and I'm going to skip over this because I don't speak Spanish. I'm sure most of you listening don't also speak Spanish as well. I don't know what he's saying. I'm just going to skip to where he unveils the curtain, pulls it back, takes the lid off the boxes, and shows us the corpses.
Los científicos que van a declararlo aquí
right there it is,
son seres
baby.
no humanos que no son parte de nuestra evolución terrestre y que después de desaparecer, no hay
there's ET1
evolución posterior.
And there's ET2. And there it is, baby. An extraterrestrial with those long skulls and those weak-ass bodies that couldn't even pick up like those teddy bears on a pole like SpongeBob uses to work out with. Those things are weak as hell, scrawny as hell, look like a praying mantis. And normally you would see something like this and just brush it off and be like, You're kidding me, right? That's obviously not real. That's not an actual alien. That's stupid. That's what that is. This is idiocracy. But the fact that this is being presented, this guy is under oath in a Mexican congressional hearing, testifying, saying that this is real. These are real alien corpses that he is presenting. Honestly, the most shocking part of this story is that the dude didn't just get laughed out of the building. Like, all the Congress people didn't just stand up and start pointing and laughing at him when he unveiled this, when he unboxed these aliens. Because this looks like something that I could have slapped together when I was still picking my nose and eating the boogers. Not a lot of skill went into crafting these things. So now that you've seen the alien with your own two eyeballs through your own little peepers there, let's get into the backstory here and talk about it and just lay out everything that's going on around this absolutely wacky situation. The dude, Mr. Mousen, I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, Mr. Mousen, is the dude he's the ufologist. He's the one who presented these corpses. He said, these specimens are not part of our terrestrial evolution. These aren't beings that were found after a UFO wreckage. They were found in a diatom algae mines and were later fossilized. And he makes some even more outlandish claims. He told the attendees that the specimens had been studied by scientists at the UNAM, and they were able to draw the DNA evidence using radiocarbon dating, and after comparisons were made with other DNA samples, it was found that over 30% of the specimen's DNA was unknown. Now, there is no proof proving that. There's no hard facts, actually proving that those tests took place. This is all his claims under oath. This is his testimony. This is his claims, his personal quotes. And he also presented some x-rays of the specimens while he was testifying under oath, and one of the bodies apparently seemed to have eggs inside, and both of them seemed to have implants of very rare metals such as osmium. And this is the little picture they presented of the x-rays along with one of the corpses and that goofball in the lab coat standing behind it, looking official. And it's just one of the goofiest things ever, just having, even if they were real alien corpses, having them and just presenting them in this way, taking the lid off like it's an unboxing video on YouTube. Today, we're unboxing some aliens, folks. Just got these in the mail with Prime delivery. Let's take the lid off these puppies. As you can see here, we got two Prime alien specimens. It is just so goofy to me. But upon looking into this, obviously I was very skeptical from the get-go. Just because it's in front of a congressional hearing doesn't mean it's true. Sure, I would love for these aliens to be real. I would love for someone to actually have alien corpses and show them off, flaunt them off to the world, parade them around or whatever. But this dude, Mr. Mousen, has also been associated with claims of alien discoveries that have been later debunked, which also includes 5 mummies found in Peru in 2017 that were later shown to just be human children. So considering that this dude has been found to be a fraud and a phony in a very similar setup as this one right here, showing off small mummy corpses that were later found out to just be children, also in the same place in Peru also, not the best rap sheet. It's sort of like that, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? It's like he's trying to maybe hope everybody forget, or see how many times he can do this and get away with it, or see how many times he can do this until he gets away with it. I'm not sure what the motive is, but I'm gonna say that this dude's just spouting a bunch of baloney, and this is a bunch of hogwash. I mean, just looking at this little guy right here, it looks like a 5-year-old's handiwork, honestly. Like, it doesn't look too believable. It just looks fake, is what I'm saying. It looks, at the most, it could be like a relic of the past, like some sculpture, some ancient civilization made. That would be more believable. But actually saying it's a real alien corpse, an actual alien, very far-fetched. And now, I do believe alien life exists. I want to say that, state that for the record, state my claim. The universe is far too big, far too many stars, planets, and whatnot for there not to be other life out there. But this isn't it. This isn't the case. All the fingers are pointing at this guy for being a fraud. He's one of those people that gives alien and UFO believers a bad name because of stuff like this, is pretty much what I'm getting at. Presenting stuff like that, saying that it's an alien, and nobody, not even a child, would believe that that's a real alien. And I just wanted to show you, for the sake of this video, the Mr. Mousen dude, the guy, the man, the mastermind, the puppeteer behind this whole situation, the man who was testifying in front of Congress, showing off the alien corpses that he has in his possession. I think it's a fun situation. I think it's a goofy little thing to talk about, but that's all it is at the end of the day. But that doesn't mean I didn't love this situation. I loved every second of it. I loved reading about it. I loved talking about it. I love silly little things like this. Trying to prove aliens exist, and the fact he did this in front of an actual government. He did this in a congressional hearing. Salute to you, Mr. Mousen. You're quite the character. But that's going to be the end of the video. I'll catch you in the next one.